see that?
Yeah. What's yours?
There's some good ones. I like it. I must say, it is kind of frightening to be growing up in times when you have friends and teachers who are being sued by the oil industry for standing up for the land. I want to acknowledge the indigenous territories that we are standing on, the lands of the Squamish peoples. It can be very frightening, but at the same time, I find it so inspiring to see the young people and the professors who are here today, who are organizing, who are mobilizing, who are standing up for what we believe in. Our generation, as young people, we face these huge challenges around climate change and around mass inequality, around continuous violations of Indigenous people's rights. But today, I feel really hopeful to see our generation standing up. When I saw that Professor Stephen Collis and friends Mia and Adam were being sued by Kinder Morgan, I felt really discouraged and afraid, knowing that these kind of heavy-handed tactics are being used on our teachers and our friends. And then when I saw that another friend had been arrested, Mel Clifton, I was also feeling really afraid and discouraged. To think that they're using these tactics on our friends for being in a park, for taking a walk in the park, for standing up to protect the land for future generations, it just feels so backwards. But I think we can feel something that is stronger than that sense of fear. And we can feel it when we come together, when we meet each other and look at each other eye in eye, and when we see each other up on the mountain, when we see each other coming together at rallies. And we feel a sense of solidarity and a sense of community and a sense of love that is so much stronger than the fear that Kinder Morgan is trying to instill in our movement. We feel that when we see an entire city standing up to the oil industry. The majority of people in Burnaby are against this pipeline. We feel that when we see the Tsleil-Waututh launching a legal challenge to stop this pipeline because of its violations of Indigenous rights. We feel that hope when we see a climate deal being struck between China and Canada. This is historic, this is awesome. We know that it's not enough, and we know that we need to go even further. But now Canada has no excuses to not act on climate change, to say, oh, we'll act when the biggest emitters act. They don't have that excuse. They need to commit as well. And we feel that hope more than ever when we see our friends putting their bodies on the line, people committing to take action to stop those trees being cut down. This is our generation finding its footing and finding itself to forge a different path that isn't this dangerous, reckless, oil industry-led path, but instead is our own path. We face some huge challenges because the Harper government is going completely against the wishes of our generation, like with the cutting of social services, the cutting of environmental regulations, and with pushing these massive tar sands pipelines against our will. But excitingly, young people have a huge amount of power in terms of being able to turn things around. The last election was only won by a matter of 4,000 votes in key strategic ridings. And if we're able to mobilize young people in those ridings, there's about 20 across Canada, one of them is right here in Burnaby. There's huge power here to shift the balance of power. The Council of Canadians is doing a democracy campaign to defeat the Harper government in the next election. And I tend to be really skeptical of the whole electoral system, but I'm really stoked about the power that our generation has to actually shift things. So if you're interested in getting organized on that, there's a sign-up sheet for the Council of Canadians Defeat Harper campaign. The urgent challenge we face here, though, today is this Monday, or even sooner, we're going to be hearing the decision of the court injunction. And we may see arrests, and we're going to need to be prepared to support our friends who are standing up bravely, who are putting their bodies on the line. We'll need people to be supporting them. There will be arrestable roles as well as non-arrestable roles, getting people to bring food, water, these sorts of things. If you can help with mountain support, please sign the mountain support sign-up sheet. We're thinking about having a meeting on Sunday as well that will be open to the public, as well as a nonviolent direct action training to be able to feel prepared next week if that injunction does come down. So inspired by the work you're all doing. We can do this. We can stop this pipeline if we all step up together.
Thank you, Bridget. Now, I'd just like to give everyone a reminder. We have about 20 community/student groups tabling here, so please go on. Sorry, I'm going to fix this. Please pay them a visit. For example, Council of Canadians with the petition, and out on campus with their hot chocolate and cookies by donation. Of course, money going to the legal fund to support the people being sued by Kinder Morgan. Now, we have Mr. Devin Cass from SFU's Graduate Student Society.